The following is brought to you by the People's National Party.
Make the trumpets play. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave. To get JLP out, we can do it together. When we look to the future of precipice, we see Jamaica needs the vision of the PNP. People said the bag of promises, them can't carry go shop. And the crime rate getting higher, wonder when it does now comrades. Jamaican people want better. Economy coming like stormy weather. Ancestors are turning on them grave. We get JLP out.
The proceeding was brought to you by the People's National Party.
All right, my people. Yes, of course, you know that today again I am going solo. Of course, Lady Mystic will be tuning in later for the late show because she's currently at work. So I am going to be doing this all by myself. We'll be having Melting Pot, right? Coming on later. Pink Skew will be here as well. Right. Let me just type in the chat to see if you guys are hearing me. Right? Are you hearing me? All right. Let me see. All right. Let me get a response to that. Are you hearing me? So that we get up and ready. All right. Let me go here. Yes. All right. Good. Nice. Now, my Jamaican people, I am telling you that the Jamaica Labour Party is so desperate. The amount of AI information that is now coming out, right? And they are totally behind, right? The 8 ball, right? Everyone knows that what they are coming out with, right? And it's a myriad of lies, right? Which doesn't really make sense now for the Jamaica Labour Party to be telling all these lies. And I'm going to share the information. Oh, Pink Skew is here. Let me just put up my sister Pink Skew. Right,
What's up?
Skew, welcome.
What's
Right.
up?
Yes.
I just sent you some pictures of a bushfire happening right now at Flower Hill.
Oh, geez. I left my phone upstairs, but you know what? Let me just go through the regular thing, Spinks. Right.
We can deal with it later. We can deal with it later.
Can deal with it later. Right. Let me just pick up some of the people in the chat. Right. My mother, bless herself. Dorothy McCoy, bless herself. Carla Ebanks, Dan Melt, right? Sam Kevin Durham Agoha. I hope I don't spoil the name. Sorry for that. Right. George Beckford, right? Patel, Cruikshank, Fabian Ford, bless up herself, right? And I think that is Cynthia Tingling, right? Zena Brown, Fabian Forbes, right? And I think that's about it in the chat. For all other persons, right, coming in, remember that, you know, I am operating solo. So I just want to do an umbrella welcome, right, to you all. And, you know, you understand how it goes, right? Because, of course, right, I am doing the host, right? I am doing the technical operation, right? And it's not easy to really manipulate, right, all the gadgets, right, while doing this at the same time. Right, so I'm glad that Sister Pinks is here. I know that Melting Pot will be tuning in later. But Sister Pinks, I know that for the week you were talking about, as a matter of fact, for the month, you're actually talking about some water situation, right? And we want to get into that as it relates to the amount of promises that rolling out. What you said, people are just now putting in pipe and no water. Right? This is just crazy. And we have the information to back up that. So let us get into the first document, right? And where I'm going to share my screen. Is okay, Melting Pot is here, right? So let me just share the screen. You know what? Let me just bring in Melting Pot first. Bring in Melting Pot in the studio. Welcome, Melting Pot. What a one about.
Greetings and blessings.
Blessings. You know what? Before we get into that, right? Let me allow the usual meet and greet, right? Lady Spinks, let me start with you. Just meet and greet your people. Today is going to be a nice show. As a matter of fact, both shows are going to be interesting, edifying. Trust me. So, you know, stay tuned. All right, Sister Spinks, the opportunity to meet and greet. Go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, good afternoon to my Jamaican. Good afternoon to you, Lord Byron. Good afternoon, Melting Pot. Good afternoon to every Jamaican who are on a flight to Jamaica to vote.
All right.
Good afternoon to all the comrades. Safe flight to Jamaica. Good afternoon to all the people of St. James, especially my friends and family from Northwest St. James. Good afternoon.
All right, blessings, blessings, blessing, and to all those people who are just coming in. I want to say one love to you all and blessings to you for passing through. Thank you very much. And as we continue to progress into today's show, right, we are just going on one umbrella, big umbrella love to everyone who is passing through. All right, opening batsman, take it away.
Thank you, Sir Byron. Yeah, enough respect for the female lioness inside the house, yeah, the King's Q, because I know she represents the West. Yeah, and she always bring the best and credible information to the platform. So big up King's Q. Sir Lord, I also have to acknowledge you as the man that the hot seat today, you know, technical director and host. And to everyone out there, I must say a wonderful good afternoon to you all. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you will enjoy the show as we go along. Enough love, enough blessings. Over to you, sir.
No doubt. They're going to enjoy the show. Right. So let us get into how the promises are rolling out. And then, I mean, we all have to say, then I mean, come on. After 9 years, going 10 years, and all of a sudden, all the promises just rolling out. Then what happened to the 9 years that you have been there? Right? Many people are struggling in terms of, you know, water in their tap, right? Have not gotten that, right? And all of a sudden, right, the promises rolling out, Una, give out chicken, right? They roll out pipe and are promising that. You understand? They use AI as trickery, AI to manipulate advice. So my people, you can see the sense of desperation permeated through the political environment. They are getting panic. And let me tell you something. In all of that message, that outburst of high energy, right, of the promising, the over-promising, the high energy of using AI to manipulate information, all of that is saying one thing to us. This is a government where time catch up on them, and they know that a new government, a new administration, simply means that they're going to have to answer, right, for all the corruption that they had done. The nepotism, the cronyism, the skullduggery, the manipulation of the procurement rules and guidelines. You have a lot of, and let me say this, not to the fact that we are hearing about Andrew Holness in Cash Plus, Olent, and SSL. Is it Andrew Holness alone in Cash Plus, Olent, and SSL? Certainly not. Certainly not. And it is going to be further embarrassment to the Jamaica Labour Party in terms of a new administration, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, having a new DPP that's serious in terms of pursuing and prosecuting right corrupted politicians. All of that will be rolling out. And can you imagine when we will be learning of those things? These are the issues that is going to now put Jamaica Labour Party in the political wilderness, because never again that people is going to allow the Jamaica Labour Party, based on the history coming from 1962 until now, as it relates to the amount of damage that the Jamaica Labour Party, a lot of us never really been aware, but we say thank God for social media. Social media who has the ability to fact check, and so then it find the Jamaica Labour Party falling short, because as it relates to now the truth, right, shining in their face, and they can't say otherwise, they can't dispute the fact. So what they are doing, they are telling lies, continuing with their propaganda. But you know, you have what Lady Sphinx, you have a melting pot, right? You have the man who fly the eagle. I don't know who that is. You understand? You have the Titan boss, right? And many more who are in the space, right? You have a melting pot who bringing down the sledge, and today he'll be bringing down the sledge. And so when you have us in social media, we are like the people's firewall. What we say we are? We are the people's firewall. You have to penetrate us first, right? In terms of you continuing to trick the people. We are going to reflect the truth. And whenever you spill the lies, the simple, we are going to educate our people. We are going to bring up the source of information, and we are going to have them read it so that they can deduce the information for themselves. We are not going to hide it from them, right? We are going to explain these things, right, to them, and let them understand as it relates to this general election, right, in terms of the informed decision that they will be making, right, in terms of pushing the nation forward. They can able now to make an informed decision. So my people, let us start our program. Once again to you all, big up to you all. All right, so the first thing on our list today, we are going to show how people are eating out on the Jamaica Labour Party administration, saying what? Pipe is running, right? Pipelines have been installed, but there is no water. Because of the trickery. Because of the common trickery. So let us share that information to you, my people. And we are going to, of course, have Sister Spinks, break it down. Sister Spinks is the person who, right, sent me this information, and she's so, right, heat up about it, right? Sister Spinks is so eat up about that, right? So let us take it here and we share the document so that, right, our people can see what is going on into the space. As I said, the election environment is eating up. The energy is everywhere. Andrew Holness back is on the fence. And trust me, believe you me, he's fighting with all of his might. You understand? Because he doesn't want a next administration to be in power where he has to answer, and the truth is going to reveal. This is August 14, 2025, and the concern, pipes, but no water. Honest promises to fix for Norwood water woes. This now having the Prime Minister, right, ruling out with the promises. But let us ask the question, how long now would, right, citizens have been concerned and fighting this battle of not having any pipe water in their tap? Right, so let us read. Now with St. James Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has committed to having the prolonged, I'm glad how he said that, prolonged lack of potable water supply in this community resolved, right? And Andrew Holness, you need to have, look, you are the prime minister, you are the government, right? So any form of bureaucracy, right? Red tape, right? You have the power to move them. As a matter of fact, let me tell the people, you have 49 members in parliament. So there is nothing, right, that can be done that you cannot do. The fact of the matter, you control that bureaucracy, right? And you know how to manipulate, right, the bureaucracy. Because if you are manipulating the procurement guidelines and you are manipulating constitutional norms, why when it comes to service to the poor people, you find it difficult? This is what you're saying. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has committed to having the prolonged lack of potable water supply in this community to resolve. Can you imagine? So election is coming up now, right? I mean, your back is against the wall as it relates to your high level of criminality, your mirage of criminality, right? You want now for the same people that you suffer for so long to now come and save you. Can you imagine? Did you have mercy on them when you were in cash plus? No. When you were just taking investors' money, right? Many Jamaicans that you have suffered, many Jamaicans who have the last money and put into cash plus, try to spin 1 and 2, right? But you dump millions of dollars in cash plus as a result of, illegal awarding of contracts that been influenced, right? And the breaching of procurement rules, right? Using taxpayers' money to manipulate the process and then partially rob investors, the very same Jamaican who voted for you. You rob them in cash plus, and then you go back into Olent, you rob them in Olent, and then you go back into SSL, you rob them into SSL. Don't believe that this is a 9-day talk and we are just going to stop and talk about it. It is now that we need to talk about it, right? And remind people what you have done. Many of us did not know that you were in cash plus, that you were in Olent, that you were in SSL. And now we are wondering if you were in Paul Chen Young and Associates business as it relates to you cross-carry and the friendship in terms of ADMAT. And where, of course, you cross-carry ensure that you have an account, right, in St. Lucia. My God. You don't want the people to hear these things? Come on and join us. The thing out there, the thing out there, right? Some pipes were laid about 2 decades ago. 2 decades ago. Roughly about 40 years ago. But remain disconnected from the National Water Commission as so no grown. Now, so let me ask you a question. How many years have you been in power? Not going 10 years. And you know this long time. Eh? You know this long time. So if you did have genuine concern, right? Why didn't you make water, right, in those pipes running? No, you choose not to. So what you're coming with now, right, is another trickery, right? So again, the people know, because you're coming out with this, the people realize that, well, I mean, we are not going to get anything, because the first 100 days that he promised, right, nothing never really delivered. Nothing at all has not been delivered. Then, I mean, how is he going to deliver this? I'll be asking the very same question too, particularly if I live in this community. I intend to ensure that NWC is here in short order to look at the problem and bring a solution. Huh? The woman who say you couldn't do that in a short order. You frighten me, Prime Minister. Let me just quote what you say, sir. I intend to ensure that the NWC is here in short order to look at the problem and bring solution. So then, Andrew, let me ask you. After 9 years, it takes you 9 years for you to ensure that NWC is here in short order. So I'm telling the 9 years there. No one understand. Who was assured during his address to a land titling ceremony in Norwood, St. James, Monday evening, let us take this document away unbelievable. Me I talk to them people. Let me just go to Sphinx, right, and melting pot. Let them just um deal with the case, right? What is going on in here? Did I come out of the studio? Right, let me just get back in that, right, enter studio. Okay, and then, hold on. Hello?
We are hearing you,
Yeah,
Yes,
we are here.
and, and we are seeing you too.
something. Hold on. You know that you're hearing me, but I have to me, right? So you go remove.
He just took himself out now.
I come back in, man. I love you back. Yeah, but
Okay,
we know
are you
say,
hearing me?
Yeah, we can see
yeah,
you now.
All right, but
Don't press that button again.
no,
But you
but
took yourself out a while ago.
yeah, but kicking myself out, you understand, several program come off, but we are still full, so we could just quickly um put up that information here and talk on it, right? Because it was right. I was just kicked out, everything came off. Let me just put up that information and we can go on and deal with that. I am sorry, right? But nevertheless, we are here. Hold on. What is going on? Just bear with me, people. Darrell, God, introduction. And I clean off that information. Like, hold on there. Hold on there. All right, so Sphinx. Let me just bring up your talk and meanwhile now reload. Right.
Okay.
These things happen and we have to deal with it.
All right. All right. Thank you, Uncle Byron.
Yes.
I would like to remind my Jamaicans a bit of history about our island, Jamaica. Remember the original occupants here called this country Jamaica, from which we got the word Jamaica, and it means land of wood and water. And the reason they named it that name is because Jamaica has over 120 rivers. And of all the Caribbean countries, we have the most rivers, right? So that's how we got our name, Jamaica. Now, when we have a Minister of Housing, Minister of Water and Environment and Housing from September 2007 to December 2011, 4 years, and he has never laid a pipe. And now is coming in the year 2025 to promise us water. It will not sit well because when they wrote that article and said and declared from their podium, they said it, that 2 decades ago pipes were laid. 2 decades ago, land governance into that area, Northwest St. James, into our PNP candidate at the time, Francis Polo. But they are confirming to us now that Francis Polo did lay pipes in Norwood area. But why are the pipes empty today? Let me explain to my audience why it is empty today. It is empty today because it is used as a weapon. Not having any water in our pipes is a weapon against us here who live in the area. I've been complaining for months I've been on this program that everybody on the hills of Montego Bay, from Salem, Rosey's, Farmers, all the way up into Norwood, right back in the flanker are without water. in their pipes on a regular basis. And this happened. We used to get water like probably 2, 3 times a week. It got worse after the three candidates whose posters were removed took the present St. James mayor to court about their posters being destroyed. Right now, there's no water in my pipe. Water comes sometimes like about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Low pressure. And this is what is happening right across the entire location from Mount Salem, Rosite, Paradise, all those areas, Norwood, Flanker. And it's affecting us. What they're trying to do is to force us to buy water from the water truck that comes once a week. And they want us to fight over the water while they are purposely depriving us of water. Janice Allen came out some months ago and she pointed out that the tanks in her constituency actually are damaged. What we have found in Northwest St. James are full tanks, and the pipes are empty. So when Horace Chang and Andrew come out and talk about how they're going to provide us with water, all they have to do since the pipes were laid 2 decades ago by Francis Tiller, turn on the pipe. Turn on the pipe. Simple. The pipes are there. Turn on the pipe. Who you gave amnesty some time ago for people who own water commission money. What happened to that? Why can't give the people amnesty to work out a payment plan if they owe money to National Water Commission? The people who want water, you're depriving the people who are paying and the people who are not paying. Does that make any sense? And this is going on for quite a while. Dr. Horace Strong, you have many positions in the Jamaica Labour Party. You are Deputy Prime Minister. Deputy Prime Minister is not legal, it's not constitutional, but yet you wear that title. And you're in power for 23 years. 23 years. And still you cannot deliver water. And you were Minister of Water for 4 years. And in that time, did you dig even 1 foot of pipe? Did you try to come to us as the citizens of the constituency to even have a conversation? How can you be Minister of Water and the people who put you in power are deprived of water? Well, what I got to understand is that the areas that did not vote for him were deprived of water purposely. Dr. Chan, just seem to give the order because remember, you appointed a new person for National Water Commission. Few months after taking office, few months after taking up that ministry, you appointed a new person to be in charge of National Water Commission. So you have control of our water. Recently, last year I should say, Matthew Samuda was given that ministry. And what happened? Westmoreland suffered. Small hotel, small hotel owners suffered. And we are still suffering. How can this be in a country that has the most rivers in the Caribbean? Over 120 rivers, and we cannot get water in our pipes? People, explain that much to me. You said on your platform that over 2 decades ago, pipes were laid. Pipes were laid by Francis Tulloch. Here is the water. We who live here know all you have to do is turn on the water. You're tired of using pans to take a bath, tired of using vehicles to transport water privately, from the flat of Montego Bay up onto the hills of Montego Bay. And I am one person who refused to buy water from that water truck. I yield the floor to someone else.
All right. Now, Major Pat, what say you in the matter?
Well, I'm seeing a game of victimization being played out here. And I make no bones about that. That is clear and obvious to everybody. That game of victimization. Because Rob in charge of that region for 23 years. Yeah. And these pipes were laid by Francis Tolo 2 decades ago, 20 years, maybe 21 years. So Crab have full awareness and understanding that pipe were laid. And what we were hearing coming from Andrew Wallace is that he was told that pipe were laid, but it's not connected. Why the pipe are not connected? So we see a game of victimization against the people from the Norwood region. You understand? And that cannot be the order of the day in Jamaica because everybody contribute to the tax pool. And everybody have a life to live in Jamaica, whether you have PNP or JLP or no P. So the people must have water. And as Pinsky rightfully said, we are known as land of food and water. We go 120 river. And our light run Garcia. So the crisis what we have in Jamaica, over the years, and a shortage of water, people are playing politics with people's life. Guys, support them, they're not getting nothing, And them game never stop now. Them anky-panky game they are playing too long in our society. It's not good for the development of the country. You understand? So we want to know the reason why now them run gone down there on 2 agenda. Them talk about water and them issued 70 land title. Because them have look like Santa and them now becomes, partner in business.
Mm-hmm.
Them have things that be out now. What happened to the 9-year plus? Why all these goodies were not on the table for the people in Jamaica? So we know them are play party politics right now. You understand? Because when fire there must still, them think of cool breeze. You understand? And it's time for we now just reject anything we don't put on the table because them will not be the government of the day after September the 3rd. So nobody don't feel look on them garbage and come to the place. Because politics are something where, our people power, our people put everybody into, God knows, and give them a privilege to serve the people. And these people are just going on at it. Well, it's not privilege the people, give them a power, the people give them power for just react against the same people, with them going and them sectionalize the constituency. And if you over there, so it's to them, you get everything out over there, so when you're in support of them, you get nothing. That cannot work. It has to stop. So we are calling on National Water Commission, because we know we need a, agency by ourselves, and have our own budget, create our own budget from customer payment. We know the government not really have nothing to do as it relates to running the NWC. So NWC will need to come out on the shell now, because we been entrusted to supply water throughout the length and breadth of Jamaica, and it cannot be that we are held ransom by government officials who are going to directive orders to where to send water to and where not to send water. So we want to hear something from the people that are in charge of NWC, because we don't like where we are, in a them day and age, everywhere in Jamaica, all on the hilltop you have water. Because we're not supposed to have the right pump to pump the water go there. So this only for black people going to use and deface the land of Jamaica.
Give me a minute to implement it. let me just big up Bolo in the place. You understand? Because I want to tell you something. The next document that we'll be presenting, right? Jamaica need to tune in because I'm banged around and post up in the place. You know? Right? Heat up the place and the next document. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. You see the whole for Black Tank where them guy argue out. We know so them is a kleptocratic government, you know, when deal with corruption, you know. And if you notice, you know, why you don't want to waste money into providing Black Tank when you could have take the same money and run the pipeline and connect them up, if you even if I add some more money to it. So, you know, we not deal with no government, we are going to be penny wise and pound foolish, you know. We want government to think positive.
True.
Because when you do them things, you know, all you let the society will look on, you know, is the corruption side of things. Because here it is now. Them same guy have a whole heap of water truck, you know. I sell the people them water. So it's a way of enriching themselves further. This government and no mercy upon Jamaicans. I want everybody to know the reality because it's clear as daylight for everybody to see. Oh, you can't minister official with water trucking company. A truck and I sell water. When you get the water from the truck, I buy it from overseas. So go ask the minister them, go out the water there in Jamaica. The 120 river them dry up. So now I don't have the lights now to import water. Import water on ourselves. Because now get the water from the same source, you know, that is there to benefit the people in Jamaica. I want to put the mechanism in place. So NWC, we want to come talk on this matter, you know. Because we can't remain silent, you know, like when they're behind a blackboard, we can't soon, you know. We want to come shed some light on what's going on. Come talk and tell the people about who are stopping or preventing them from doing what they're supposed to do. Because we have to hold people accountable for them things are corruption. And I yield back the floor to the moderator.
All right. Percent melting pot. And here you have here saying that the lady is right. I think she's suggesting things too about the water is turned. Andrew and his chief in turn off water. Mr. Tolan, Richard Rosegreen, they going water. Right, so maybe had water over is water in them want to make. And you know, you do that in terms of issue tanks so that you can sell the water. It's corruption. Real corruption. Right? Now what we're going to do is to turn to the next document people. Can you believe it? That Andrew Ernest, member of parliament, as it relates to the IT investigation, more than 13 member of parliament, as it relates to the investigation by the integrity commission investigators. So now you have not only 10, between the period 2022 to 2025 as we speak, 30 member of parliament in totality now. You have also several councillors, and what's shocking that you have a senator, and I'm wondering which senator that is. So what is the shock here? That under no other administration that the history of the politics has ever found 13 members of parliament for illicit enrichment. Several of the councillors. Right? I'm getting an echo here. Right? And I want to fix that number because I want to be able to hear what I'm saying.
Uncle Baron, you're not coming through clearly. The sound quality is muddled.
Okay. Let me just check something. Yeah. Microphone test 1, 2, 3. Microphone test 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so that is good. All right. I think.
Go out and come back in, Sir B. Log out and come back in. See if everything can reset back. Yeah, man, as it relates to SRB, just a point out, you know, with the high level of corruption where we see senators now and some councillors and member of parliament, them all now, you know, under scrutiny as it relates to illicit enrichment. And we also have several public sector people also involved.
Exactly.
So, you know, that
Microphone.
Yeah, we can't hear you good. We can't hear you better now.
Okay.
two are you on the screen now. Take off one. Close, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still sound muddled.
Okay, please.
All right, talk now, make we hear it, it sound better.
In the stock, and it's sound muddled at the end.
Yeah, the fuzz that come to same way.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have 13 people over there now
Yeah, man.
for illicit enrichment. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Talk. We can hear you.
Am I coming in here?
Yeah, clearer
Yes.
now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let us just proceed in terms of what we are saying. Right? Let me just mute. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we hearing you now, Sir B.
Okay, good. So as I explained to Jamaica, that in the history of our politics, we have never have right under no other administration. We have 13 member of parliament charged. You know,
Uncle Bar,
not charged.
Uncle Bar, the problem is still there. It is still there. You go up, you come down, and it's on. You can hardly hear what you're saying at the end of the sentences.
And this is the
It's in and out, in and out.
yeah, this is the part that I don't want them to miss in terms of the area about it.
I know I don't want anybody to miss the information.
Yeah, you know,
Is it the mic? Is it the something close to the mic?
I don't think so. The mic is okay. Let me just.
It's like a
How is it?
feedback.
How is
Like
it?
a loose connection, Sir B. Like a loose connection.
Yeah. All right.
It sounds
So
good right there, sir.
clearly, you know what? Let me just go through and see if we can correct it when you guys come on. Right? Let me just do that. For those who can clearly, right? Okay. So let me just. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to even get into the 24 dialogue with that. I'm just going to show the document here, what we are doing with Andrew Ernest administration. Kleptocracy, banana republic, right? There are set of thieves. So let us share that screen where people can see the information that I'm talking about. And we are going to make the team break it down for us. And by the team breaking down for us, I'll
It's
be
getting worse.
fix the system. Let me just show you that. Okay, here it is, right? Senator, 5 councillors among the for illicit enrichment. This is cited by Campbell, June 27, 2025. So this recent information. It's a shame and disgrace and anti-wellness administration robbing Jamaican blind. Two additional parliamentarians are now under investigation by the Security Commission for illicit enrichment. Mighty God, when it is stop, that's according to the Commission annual report for the 2024-2025 fiscal year. The report was tabled in on Friday. And members of the Senate and 5 councillors have also joined the list of individuals referred to the Commission for illicit enrichment are providing false information to the Commission. And I have a problem with this because of the illicit commission. It is saying that, right, from one like the commission, you should be charged. Let me just say this to the panelists that have problem.
Shock and speculation gripped the nation in 2020.
Okay, no, sir. Echo is there for sure. Shock and speculation gripped the nation in 2023 when it was revealed by the Security Commission that 6 parliamentarians and 20 public officials were referred to it for investigation of allegations of illicit enrichment. The question on the minds of people in the country who were
Uncle Byron, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
okay.
I can't hear you. It's gotten worse. Something is wrong with the connection on your side because I can hear melting pot clearly, but you are muffled, completely muffled, like a mic is muffled.
All right. So let me just.
You're clear right now.
Yeah.
You're clear right now.
Okay. All right. So I can go ahead and along.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Shock and speculation with the nation in 2023 when it was first revealed by the Integrity Commission that 6 parliamentarians and 28 public officials were referred to, all right, for investigation of allegations of enrichment. The question on the minds of many in the country who were the illicit. The number increased in 2024. I want to understand very seriously because based on what we had in 2023, when it was first revealed by the Commission, and 6 parliamentarians and 28 public officials were put right for investigation of allegations of enrichment. That was in 2023. But here now we have in 2024, it increased. So in spite of the IC showing them up, they did not pay the need. And so they entitled to continue to spend people's money. That number increased in 2024 to 8, with an additional parliament being pulled by the anti-corruption body. According to the latest report, 2 more parliamentarians are investigation.
Uncle Byron, it's gone back to where I can't hear you again. I don't know. When it came forward, I could hear you clearly. When you sit back, I can't hear you. I can hear you right here, so.
Okay. According to the latest report, 2 more parliamentarians are under investigation, bringing it to 10 in 2025. Which now states that the Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Nunes, was one of the individuals in such a probe. Now watch people. This is a desperation. 34 public officials are now similarly being investigated by the Commission in the period 2023 and 2025. No, such serious. Me after this on those and really, wonder why you still have people talking about support for unrest, and it's always it just doesn't make sense. And so then you can supporting Andrew certain committing what we call a political self-committing It's supposed to be a mistake. When you see these, so we not believe.
Uncle Byron, I don't know what is happening on your side, but the sound quality is not good. And I'm sure nobody's hearing what you're saying.
Hold on. So,
When you just talk a while ago, you're clear, but when you start to read it, gone again.
oh my God, what is going on? What is
You see, you disconnect your mic out and reconnect it or something. I don't know what is happening.
all right. Hold on.
You were clear earlier in the show, very clear. I don't know what you touched or what you did, but the sound quality just changed. It's getting worse and worse.
All right. Let me just, I'm so really so oh, all right.
Check your mic, Uncle Byron.
Are you here?
Yes,
I,
but the last part gone again.
You
I
want me to read
hear.
huh?
you want me to read documents, Kirby? Come here, the documents, you know.
Okay, read it.
All right. Two additional parliamentarians are now under investigation by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment. That according to the Integrity Commission annual report for the year 2024 to 2025 fiscal year. The report was tabled in the Senate on Friday. A member of the Senate and 5 councillors have also been reported. Let me have to freeze up yourself. Hold on. Well, I'm going to me I freeze up now. Hold on. Of course. Yeah. A member of the Senate and 5 councillors have also joined the list of individuals referred to the Commission for Illicit Enrichment and are providing false information to the Commission. Nationwide, Kevin Campbell has been going through the document and filed this report. Shock and speculation with the nation in 2023 when it was first revealed by the Integrity Commission that 6 parliamentarians and 28 public officials were referred to it for investigation of allegation of illicit enrichment. The question on the mind of many in the country, who were the illicit 6? The number further increased in 2024 to 8, with an additional 2 parliamentarians being probed by the anti-corruption body. According to its latest report, 2 more parliamentarians are now under investigation, bringing the total to 10 in 2025. It's now clear that Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness was one of the individuals under such a probe. 34 public officials are now similarly being investigated by the Integrity Commission between the period 2023 and 2025. Illicit enrichment is a breach of Section 14 and 15 of the Corruption Prevention Act 2001. The section say that where a public servant owns asset disproportionate to their lawful earning and upon being requested by the commission, give an explanation which is not considered to be satisfactory, they shall be liable to prosecution for the offense of illicit enrichment. All right, Sir B, take it from there now.
He went away. Yeah, I guess he's supposed to talk about it. From illicit 6 to illicit 8 to now.
The document further disclosed an additional 5 councillors at the local government level were similarly referred to the commission. This brings the total number of councillors referred to since 2018 to 7. So that is on the council side of things. So let's say everybody in this dibble-dabble thing, in the corruption, things in Jamaica with money. However, over the period 2018 to 2025, the Integrity Commission said it has closed 6 potential illicit enrichment and or false information probe. So it wrap up 6 of them one day. Yeah, the Integrity Commission state that between the period 2018 to 2025, it closed 6 of those cases. Yeah. Our preliminary inquiry involving members of parliament. Well, I mean, I tell them people have one bad at the place.
Exactly.
11 such probe have been closed in the case of public official and one councillor. So you know them make mention of 34 public official when them close 11 of them case there. Yeah? And then close 1 for 1 of the councillor. A single case involving a member of parliament has been referred for criminal prosecution over the period. This is most likely in the reference to South Trelawney member of parliament, Marissa Dalrymple, I know people go through the system and get charged. So that one there, yeah, them finish up with fee.
Yeah, she paid her 900,000 fee.
Right, and a million. Yeah.
Yeah.
The more than them to charge, she more than that. All right. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives was fined early in the year after pleading guilty to breaching the Integrity Commission Act. The parliamentarian found herself in trouble with the law after failing to properly declare ownership of a motor vehicle in her statutory occupation over a 6-year period beginning in 2015. So you know, long she has the society. She now contribute, but she also get all stipends, you know, because you know them get allowance on top of them salary, but she still have to rob. Them people are dangerous. Yeah, you saw me as a people, them dangerous. You understand? Yeah, this would suggest that 6 remaining members of parliament and 1 senator are still actively being investigated for either illicit enrichment or providing the Integrity Commission with false information. So them are liars as well as them are thieves.
Exactly, it's the same thing our Andrew did. Same thing Andrew has been. Same thing they have been doing. Just like Mama D. Same thing they have been doing. False information because she claimed that her sister, the vehicle belonged to her sister. She claimed this and she claimed that until they found the information, she had to plead guilty. There was no way around it. And worse, you know what, you know, she is a lawyer. This woman is a licensed practicing lawyer in Jamaica. And she has other issues against her too, because there's a issue with her with someone in Montego Bay on Barnes Street, some property that was sold. That was sold. Right, that property was sold after his inheritance was deprived. And the man has been pleading and they did all kind of things. The judge did not try that case for over 10 years. That case was going on.
Right, let us just interject a little bit. You know, so that said individual, Richard Clark, wrote to Andrew Holness, you know, when he was opposition, you know, and
Really?
make mention of the said case, asking for him intervention and help. The letter was shared with Dr. Crab because when they won the election, the next morning, Richard Clarkson get a phone call from Dr. Crab.
Really?
To compromise in some way, but what they're asking never really, you know, meet the requirement because remember, I know it's not just him alone. Him also have 5 other siblings as well.
Exactly.
And that room to take away this property from him in the 80s and forge Richard Clark, father, wife named Ermin Clark. Forge our signature because that woman deceased, you know, in the United States. You know. And Mama Paul forge Ermin Clark death signature to do the transaction. But where did the transaction end up? In our family member and for our one family member, you know, Mama Paul family member. So we know say no money not change and I just name and paper change. It belongs to that rim the same way.
Okay. Okay. Now we understand the story. When we get part of the story, now we understand the full story.
So Mama Paul a criminal from long time and Andrew Wallace and Crab and all of them know. But what them do, them embrace her. But I think United States Department of Law, you know, supposed to step in because what you do, she forged them citizen
Yeah, and
signature
this,
when
and
deceased.
and melting pot. This happened before she became a member of parliament. You know,
Definitely.
you understand me? So this show that they only attract thieves and vagabonds on that side.
Yeah, man. And you know what them do now, them close the case literally that me I hear. Cause you know them have a thing named statute of limitation. Them apply it to
Right.
that. But I don't believe them cases should have really just dead in the ocean like that, you know. Because here is you entrusted as an attorney for Mr. Clark estate in a Barnett Street, Mobile. Yeah. And you do that to the man, sibling them, the man gives them, unbelievable, and call yourself a law. This woman is a criminal. She's a criminal. She's a creature of the habit of criminality. That's why when she go in at the member of parliament, she go to go rob too. Because she
Because
practice it long time.
melting pot.
Richard Clark and them siblings, and you can't imagine your father leave you at escape to you and your brother and sister there. From in the 80s and all, no, you don't get a penny off fight. And the place no left Jamaica gone away. You know, look on the place here, me and can't do nothing about it.
Exactly.
Yo, me I tell them people that it, man. Yeah, man. So when we are looking right now, Pink Stew, yeah? It's just the high level of corruption with them guys are dealing with. Can you see so much of them? That's why we say when the right time coming up. And when
Another.
people will we don't know about, you ever hear them name call and them type of corruption and illicit enrichment.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
things do. Andrew can pull off this one more than you ever hear about some permanent secretary. You ever hear about our cabinet secretary if you don't mind sharp. Yeah? You don't stand Brian and run down there, you know. I run him from the east, you know. But we have made the whole of them know so the heat to come on yet, the heat soon turn on.
True.
Because we never make nothing concrete out of it, you know. Because them control the system. They would have manipulated it by using who them put in a places to protect them. Like Nancy Strick and the commissioner
Exactly.
them. But now when
Exactly.
can change and new people the post them, because we are run out the whole of them, you know. Then them kids have to revisit. People have got prison. They may have blatant criminality. What was the conduct in front of our eyes? What say you pinks and matter?
Exactly so, because when she bought that vehicle for her sister in quotation marks, I was wondering why is it South Trelawney is known for yam, and why she never bought two two farming equipment to help the people who are growing yam, the farmers who are growing yam in that community. That would have made much more sense. Instead of buying a personal vehicle for yourself. So using the stipend and using the write-outs of the government should have been used for farming equipment. But all she did was give the people yam stick and fertilizer. And the farmers in South Carolina must look on her and say, how can she buy an expensive vehicle, use her government connection to get the little thing, whatever they call it, and not do anything for them? You understand me? There is no water in South Carolina either. It's more went there and did some things and got some people over there water right now. So it's not, the water problem is not just localized in St. James. It's the 14 parishes where people. So when I talk about St. James water, lack of water is just, I'm using here as an example, because when I talk to my comrades right across the 14 parishes, it's the same issue where they use water, the control of water as a weapon against us, right? Farmers are suffering, people who do hairdressing are suffering, people who have car wash are suffering. So how you expect people to make money and you're back to school? So what they're trying to do is turn us into dependence instead of making us independent of them. And I want Jamaicans voters to understand this. All of them over there are corrupt from day one. Because as you pointed out, from in the 80s, Mama D is involved in this land grab thing. Because she grabbed the land, from the young man, right? The children who supposed to inherit this property and baronetcy. She grabbed the land by forging documents before she become a member of parliament, and while she was in it, she continued her criminal behavior, and she has done nothing to uphold the farmers in South Carolina. So why people in South Carolina will want to vote her back into power? Her business is out there right now. And this woman, she and her gardeners threw garbage, broke the law again, and she was given a ticket. Remember that case again? She and her
Yes, I remember.
gardener. You understand me? And people wonder, why are these people supposed to be leaders of our country and they're the ones, the law makers are doing law breaking. The lawmakers are the law breakers. One thing I believe, melting pot, is that
Yeah.
persons like them in these positions should be charged double what we, the regular citizens, will be charged for the same crime.
And
Every
I agree
law,
with you.
every lawmaker who is a lawbreaker found to be breaking the law should be charged double. But if a police officer is corrupt, when he's being charged, he should be charged double. If a soldier, charge him double, because guess what? You're supposed to uphold the law. If you're a judge, you're a lawyer, member of parliament, anybody, councillor, anybody else, once you're charged with a crime, caught and charged with a crime, you double the punishment. Double the punishment.
Yeah, man. No two ways about that. Because you see, what you just highlight, a reality things few. Because me could just zero in for Andrew Wallace now and what we see that going for him and how much
Mhm.
people are different. Yeah, but the Andrew Wallace is a creature to know a bit. Long
Exactly.
week social media making you know say well things out upon you as it relates to your illicit enrichment and what it more thing. Did Andrew take heed? Did Andrew take
No,
heed?
no, it never
Okay.
take any heed. And
Carry on.
You know, Melting Pot, the worst thing about Andrew Holness, is that he used his children, include his children who are not yet adults. They were in their childhood days. He put their names in the corruption. Jesus, the worst thing you ever do to your own child.
My God. Yeah, so, when I look at Andrew Holness and the fact that him here in a social media, where social media has about him and him illicit enrichment and all the shenanigans, but him don't take no heed. And you continue on the same rampage pathway to wealth. And so now that it is out there in documents as it relates to affidavits being presented in the public space, why are these people still in support of Andrew Holness and trying to say that he's innocent and him not do this and him not do that, when it's plain and obvious what Andrew Holness have done?
Because
Because
because because the supporters of Andrew Holness does not realize Andrew Holness is a narcissist. He has an addiction to stealing money. He's a kleptomaniac. And they don't understand that. So I don't understand why they keep listen. Andrew will never ever stop steal unless he's behind prison bars. When he has no more access to the money, that is when he will stop stealing. And he's not just stealing from his people around him, he's stealing from us. He's depriving every ministry because Christopher Tufton said it, that he has to be involved. He micromanages every ministry to make sure that he gets his own kickback in on every little thing. So how can you be leader of a country and you have so many ministers around you and you can't even trust them to run their ministry on their own? Why you have to micromanage everything and have so many of them inside your office as prime minister? Something is wrong, and the people
for
who support it can't understand that.
yeah, we see that as something strange because never in the history of Jamaica politics a prime minister take charge of so many office under him umbrella. No, because how can you imagine such a workload? And
Thank
why
you.
you ever to the post in the first place if you were my these office? So something was
Exactly.
going wrong, and as you rightfully said, things that was a way of in controlling the lion of what goes on in the ministry then. So
And you know,
we
and
know
you
say
know what,
criminality to make.
and you know what else people we must look on is that every time you have a minister of a portfolio who is supposed to represent the portfolio in the press conference, Andrew is there at every press conference right through COVID when we should have the Minister of Health coming out and giving us daily reports of what is happening. You find that Andrew Holness was there at the forefront of the COVID. Every podium he was there, and the Minister of Health was behind him, like in the darkness, in the shadows at all times. You understand what I'm
But
trying to say to you? He loves
yeah,
the podium, he loves the spotlight like a diva. You understand me? Andrew wants to behave more like a diva, like the superstar people in entertainment who love the
yeah.
spotlight. That is how Andrew wants to behave at all times in
Space,
every ministry.
space.
Welcome back.
Yes, Rabbi.
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Is it echoing or it's not echoing?
It's echoing.
It's still echoing.
Yes, we're still echoing,
I'm
Lady
going to
Anne Marie.
totally one.
Yeah.
You see, the engineer is in the house now.
Yes, we are going to keep the show up on the road. Yeah,
Yeah,
Pinsky, you want to
man.
know significant where we see Andrew going with? The last hurricane, Andrew come
Mhm.
out as a weather presenter.
You know?
No, unbelievable. The weather presenter,
Yes.
Andrew no know meteorologist.
Hey, You know, the funniest thing about that was when him and Desmond Mackenzie gave two different accounts as to how many shelters that were in the country at the time. It was the biggest joke. You can imagine the local minister of local government, give a different record from Andrew Only. So they don't communicate, you know. It's the same thing
No,
I noticed. It's just even during COVID, when their children got they claim that their children got the COVID vaccine.
yeah.
Just only came out and say the sons got one brand and the husband came out and said the children got another brand. So they don't communicate.
Because they are liars. Nobody can believe the word in the stem. You understand? But you know, a compound matters worse
Yeah,
after Andrew and dead man come out. Here comes Drunk Jacket with another version.
exactly.
So them people are all over the shop because what they practice is to lie to the society, misinformation and disinformation at all times. Because there's no work been going on behind the scene. These people just get up randomly and talk to Jamaica, you know, and when them come with a whole bunch of lies.
Bunch of
And
lies.
because educated
I,
enough and not question them get
right.
away with it.
That's
But
the
now,
thing.
since social media and people like me and you and Lord Byron and Man of the Wilderness and Pastor Ricky and Ratigan and, you know, from we in the space now, we put them under pressure. So you find out them crumble, that's why them turn to AI.
Okay. Sorry, guys, just stick a pin. Is it still echoing?
No, you're
Lord.
clear now.
Okay, I'm back to work. Hello, guys. Bye, guys. Later.
Bye. Later.
All right. Just continue. Let me just add up the programs. I will add the programs in. So let's continue to talk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Pinks. Me and Yaro to keep the show up on the road. Yeah, man. So we are look on them guy, you know, yeah?
You
And
know
see what
what?
them becomes now. That them have to resort AI and other splicing, doctoring of people, tape of them, you know, have for them own agenda amongst them supporters. What you have to say on the matter, please?
Another issue, you know, is Matthew Samuda. When Matthew Samuda was a candidate for in Saint Anne there, right? For that by election that he went
Yeah,
against his own self, right? The man was trying to put an address in Saint Anne, and he did not even know that what he was doing is not only illegal, but it was not necessary for a member of parliament to live in the constituency that they're representing. It is only the councillors who are required to have an address in the division that they represent. So you see, they don't know the law. And he did not realize he was breaking a law that it was unnecessary for him to do so. To show that they're creatures of their own habits of criminality. Everything, all they think about is committing a crime. Every day they wake up, how to commit another crime. Uncle Byron, you okay now?
Yeah, just go on. Now I'm loading this up.
and
Okay.
that just showing up means the level of incompetence that it is within the Jamaica Labour Party. Because I mean, somebody could have pointed him in the right direction and said, well, look, you don't need to forge an address for proof so you live at a place where you don't live because it's not necessary. But we
Thank
know
you.
them are done because all we do is wake up and think of a rob. Them go to bed with the idea and wake up and commit the act. You understand? When you look on tough time, take up 85 million and get to one individual for something when I get off the ground as yet, market me. Eh? Unbelievable. And
Exactly.
that could have do a whole heap of good to the health sector. It
Exactly.
could have
You know what 85 million could have given us in medical equipment.
it could have bought 4 scanner. And the Euro drill.
I tell you,
So
you could even buy from ambulance too.
exactly. So when we look on how them rubbish the taxpayers fund, yeah, to the extent where we know for a fact say never in the history of Jamaica has any gang or individual rip off any bank or any business place of 3 trillion. No, that fund
Exactly.
are the biggest robbery that from an
You know,
administration.
you know what else I look on, Joe? When the VAS and the school buses, VAS spend 1.4 billion according to him on these buses, right? And yet we got a free donation of vehicles from Japan for the police. Does that make any sense? And they bought
Yeah,
new garbage trucks. So they buy new garbage trucks, got donation for the local government ministry. They got new garbage trucks for the Minister of Security because a donation, but for the school Minister of Education thing, they're gonna do 1.4 billion for scrap metal. Does that make any sense? You
can't make
melting
no
pot?
sense.
How
That
do they
can't make no
spend them?
sense.
Why is it they couldn't get a donation from America for school buses?
All
But
right.
please, let me even go
Um,
further and dive into this. Why would you buy a bus when you have to retrofit?
how we sound? Melting pot. Sorry to cut
Clear,
you.
clear, 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 Uncle Byron.
All right, we
Are
could just
you
go right away and just butt up the program. You
Yeah,
understand?
man,
Not first
we can
right?
continue.
Right, but
Yeah,
when it
man.
comes to when it comes to technology, we have things like this. We have glitches like this, right? So we are definitely going to kick it off. So let me just explain the background. Sorry to break in like that, Melting Pot.
no problem,
As I
sir?
spoke to the people in terms of how the Jamaica Labour Party but pressed against the wall and is so desperate. You find it that AI coming out with a lot of lies. And so that as Andrew Warnes, as it relates to Marlon, after Fitzhenry in their strategy room, sending out all of these AI. But let us accept the question. If a government perform right well and sincerely care for the people, why would a government go on a massive recruit and a massive drive to lie to the people? It simply means that the government fall short. And when you see the government fall short, right, as it relates to now how the government is moving aggressively, trying to stay in power, it is not, right, as it relates to stay in power to deliver service. It is actually that they want to stay in power because they know the wrongs that they have done against the against the Jamaican people, and they know very well that it is going to be a grand embarrassment. An embarrassment is so shameful to the world that you have an Andrew Holness administration who asks the people of Jamaica to trust him, and the people are going to realize that what Andrew Holness did is what no other prime minister of Jamaica has ever done on the history, right, of the politics. Andrew Holness is cruel, extremely wicked, 100% pure evil. And what we are presenting, if you notice, people, let us bring the truth here. If it is a situation that we were lying on Andrew Holness, we were telling lie on Andrew Holness, why then Andrew Holness don't challenge us? Think of what we are saying, people. I want everyone who is listening to us, right, what I am saying, if it makes sense, tell me if it makes sense. If Andrew Holness knows very well that, okay, all right, as according to him, we are telling lie on him, why Andrew Holness don't come, right? Because I am willing, right, to have a conversation with him, right, and ask him certain information, right? I can even send him the questions that I'm going to ask him to prepare him, right? Why he doesn't come and defend himself? He will not. Because guess what? The question that I'm going to ask is going to be the same question that the Integrity Commission investigators are asking him. And he's denying, he's hiding behind his ministerial office and his power between it as a result of his 49 members. But how long can he hide? Now we're going to have Friday when Parliament, when the thing is going to be, you know, at its final end, where Parliament is going to dissolve. And so then Andrew Holness now will be exposed to a general election. That simply means the only hope, Jamaican people, let me speak to you. The only hope that Andrew Holness has is wanting to win this general election, not to deliver service to the people, but to definitely try to cover himself from venture into the judiciary. It is going to be a hell battle. It is going to be a hell battle. Because at the end of the day, right, we have seen Dennis Trump's silence between the period that Andrew Holness installed him there. And Dennis Trump cannot come out and speak in relation to the report. Simply means, right, something very serious that Dennis Trump has been observing. And as a result of that, Dennis Trump is playing it cool. If there was anything there, people, let me speak. If there was anything there that is going to, you know, validate the Prime Minister innocent, let us ask the question. Let us ask all the persons in the chat. Do you believe that Dennis Trump wouldn't have come out? Some information wouldn't have leaked to the Prime Minister? Do you believe that the Prime Minister, right, in any situation that he was vindicated? Think of what I'm saying, my people. Going into a general election, the Prime Minister would have used that as an advantage. If you see that the Prime Minister is now resorting, right, to AI, telling lies, and have Marlon Morgan and Abka Fitzhenley cooking up all those lies to come out, right? And he's hiding behind all those lies. Hear me, my Jamaican people. I want people, let us put out the diehardness. Think. You put yourself in Andrew Holness' shoes. Empathize, right? Put yourself in Andrew Holness' shoes and say, okay, all right, if I am the Prime Minister and people are telling lies and you, the Prime Minister, have the evidence to prove, why not prove it? Why continue to prolong embarrassment? Why, the question is, why the Prime Minister continue to prolong embarrassment? The Prime Minister continues to prolong embarrassment because the Prime Minister cannot do any better. The Prime Minister is depending on what he believes that the culture for Jamaica, a 9-day talk and we forget it. No, we are not going to forget it. And this is what, right, the Prime Minister is sweating on. Andrew Holness, I am saying to you, if I were in your shoes, I would not allow anyone to continue, right, to defame my character as according to you, because you basically are saying that we are defaming your character. But yet you sit there and allow your character to be continued to be defamed, and the only thing you're saying that you're not going to listen to their lies, and you go on your base, showing your red meat to your base, saying that we are liars, not to listen to the bloggers. Do better than that, Prime Minister. Do better than that, Prime Minister. And all right, you're not going to come on a Mystic Sensation program. let us reason. You're not going to come on a Mystic Sensation program. You're not going to go on a Ratigan program. You're not going to go on a Lonesome program. You're not going to go on an Andre Stevenson program. However, then, to make matters easier for you, why don't you go on Cliff Hughes program and speak your innocence there? Do that first. Do that first. Why don't you go to Cliff Hughes program? Jamaica, wake up. Jamaican people, please, I'm saying to you, wake up. You know, and this is one of the reasons why I sort of vex so the thing just give me a problem for a morning, you know, but I say go. But me come out today. You understand, with a commitment, you understand, to deliver the truth to Jamaican people. I am saying to you, Andrew, and we know that you are hearing what I am saying. You are listening. I am saying to you, Andrew, you don't have to come on a Mystic Sensation platform, or Ratigan platform, a Lonesome platform, or an Andre Stevenson platform. You have to do for us, right? Ensure, as it relates to integrity, why don't you go on Cliff Hughes program? If you don't want to speak to Cliff Hughes, you can speak to George Davis. Speak to one of them and tell them, right, as it relates to your innocence. Speak to them. We will also listening. Speak to them of your innocence and stop from hiding behind your platform and telling lies, putting out AI. To do what? No matter how the AI that you put out, and say you do 100 and that work millions of dollars and try to explain that. The people who living in these areas, Andrew Honest, you're just a narcissist. The people who living in these areas knows there's no road, no building, no road, not done. What are you doing? You continue to embarrass yourself. You have so many programs that you can go on, you know, and speak to your innocence, you know. You can go on you can go on a JIS. You can speak to one of our lady here, one of the journalists who was taking up for you the other day, right? You can go and speak to her as it relates to innocence and like, you know, the general public listen to you, both locally and in the diaspora. Why you don't go and defend your innocence there, Andrew Honest? But you are just hiding behind, you know, Marlon Morgan and Abka Fitz-Henley and Big Mama. They can't save you. They can't. Big Mama need to tell you, okay, you are going into a general election. It is very serious as it relates to the information that is against you. You know, propaganda, information, stereo surveillance. You understand what I'm saying? All of these things that are against you. Why Big Mama tell us, Prime Minister, I know you're innocent. I believe you're innocent. Come on my program and explain your innocence. Cliff Hughes, if you're hearing me, why don't introduce Andrew Honest to come to go on your platform and speak to his innocence? We don't want to hear Andrew Honest talk about the bad mind and Darrell Vaz, the nincompoop. You understand? He's talking about people bad mind. Eh? We don't want to hear Scotty Abbott. They talk about people bad mind. Apart from people bad mind, prove your damn innocence. You Darrell Vaz, the time you attack and I tell people say the bad mind. Why you not embarrass me? Why you not come up with the evidence as it relates to the invoice and where you really pay for the bus and the missing portion of money that you cannot account it for in terms of paying for those old buses? And let me tell you something. People want to line up to Ratigan program. That's Ratigan have evidence as it relates to. Let me say from now, and which Darrell Vaz is going to be embarrassed And we are saying to the IC that Darrell Valls need to be investigated for the bosses. People, let me say, because Ratigan and I were talking earlier. We want to make sure so you listen, take in Ratigan. Because Ratigan have the evidence. And this is what we are saying, you know, Darrell Valls. When we use our Jamaican children to political spawn, it goes to show you your level of wickedness. But guess what? That is something that we expected from the Jamaican Labour Party. Because we never have any sympathy as it relates to the Eventide home. When we burn down the Eventide home and kill over 100 elderly people. So we don't really expect anything better for our own. And when we not double down, we could have double down till we're weak. We could have double down, triple down, quadruple, or anything we want to do. The end of the matter, let me tell you, Darrell Valls, you are going to be investigated for this. You are going to be investigated for this. Because all of that money, the programs that you people engineer, plan, and execute wasn't to do the Jamaican people any good. Was to go into the treasury and take taxpayers' money, put into your pocket, benefit yourself and your family, and create legacy. Create legacy on the back of taxpayer. The very same back, the very same people who know you come to after you punish them, you know. After you, Andrew Wallace and James Robertson, right? Punish the people then. Particularly even where health is concerned, doctor is concerned. The four of you guys trample in a Jamaican's neck. Andrew Wallace crippled the Jamaican people by 40 years. Dr. Tufton dumped the health sector. James Robertson, government badness. Because people need to accept everything that's been done. Breaching a procurement rule between you and Darrell Valls. And continue to push the government badness. That's what you are doing. That's what you are doing. You guys need to come out, you understand? Come to the people and present evidence as it relates to you being innocent. As opposed to go on a stage and wear a bad mind t-shirt. You think the bad mind t-shirt is going to stop the Integrity Commission from investigating you? Let me tell you something, Darrell Valls. I know one t-shirt if you wear. I know one t-shirt if you wear. You wear the t-shirt mark bad mind. Make one pants for mark bad mind. Make one shoes for mark bad mind. Make one hat for mark bad mind. And write bad mind for your body. Guess what? It will still not stop us from investigating, my brother. You understand what I say? So then, all of the bad mind what you talk about, you understand? We still at the end of the day, we are going to look at the purchase orders. We are going to look at the invoice, right? And if you don't have them to present, it simply means, my brother, you have to put into the judiciary and be processed accordingly, my brother. That is what is going to be done if you can't account for taxpayers' money. If you cannot account for taxpayers' money, now the amount of I want to do, let me show the Jamaican people. You understand? The level of lies in our AI. See that we're going to use AI, right? As it relates to Morgan and after Fix Henley, fix up AI, give it to Dr. Tufton, and Dr. Tufton in agreement with it to him. Nobody go on like you never know, say Dr. Him. You understand? As a matter of fact, right? You are the head of that. So you know very well that it was Dr. But you think you ain't going to get away with it? And the wrong man who do it with. Because trust me, anything now, you definitely, and you want to know, them say shame the Lord. Shame no Lord. Let me say to you, let me say to you, Dr. Tufton. This like a situation where you're in. You know, because you're full of pride, and you run come out, and you put out the tape, right? And the people them who are so gullible, right? And the message and suck up the message like a sponge. And a day after, here's Pinks is on the program. But Pinks here's the propaganda. What Pinks did? Pinks called the sheriff and say, yeah, team over here, the propaganda is the name. And the sheriff said, all right. And what the sheriff done? The sheriff deal with you accordingly. But I'm going to tell you how you caught up now. Them say shame no Lord, but you broke neck. And pride that kill you. Yes. So in all angles have you. And I show you your ass. Which tape is the original tape? As if you don't know. But you know say you're all liar. But guess what? You continue right on your pride ass. Because you see, if you don't come out publicly, right? Because remember, you know, you get an ultimatum, you know. You have gotten an ultimatum to show Jamaica people that you're an old dirty liar. And me know that's why you're shaming, you know. And you're full of pride, you know. You don't want to come out and apologize, you know, but remember burst your bubbles before you come out and apologize. Is that there one? Pay for your propaganda. Is that there one? Pay for your propaganda. Or you come out and apologize. You know? But anyway, me know say you're not going to apologize, you know. Me know you're not going to apologize because you're full of pride. And that is why you want to get slapped with the one here. And you have to get slapped with the one here. There's no way. You understand? Let me tell you something. There's no way you can win this case in court. Remember, I said this is not what we call a felony, you know, where you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Remember, when it's going to the civil court, it is the preponderance of guilt that is going to be used, the burden of proof that is going to carry, you know. And that is lighter to prove it, you know. And when me listen to the tape, you said, I know me, sister, a KD night, sister. Let me tell you something. That is the reason why you are going to get slapped in the box. I see them AI thing they want to push out with all the Kamala Harris, right? We are going to fix that, you know. We are going to, hey, let me tell you something. We are going to fix that, you know. We are going to make it reach Kamala Harris. Let me tell you from now. You understand? And trust me, you people are going to be warned, you know. And you see the AI what I am going to play, I'm going to show you what Andrew Jones is doing. Andrew Jones, if you know, see you will perform and do all of that. $3 trillion unaccounted for now, Andrew Jones. Let me talk to you. $3 trillion unaccounted for now. And let me tell you something. Our national debt is only $2.4 trillion. So you surpass our national debt, you know, with the criminality, you know. And let me say this to you. All our Mama Portia and Peter Phillips had done to fix the economy. Uno bore a bigger hole in it. You know. We have the people that know so uno bore a bigger hole. Hey, Father God bless man golden. That's when him going. The amount of money that left in the treasury. Uno go, let me tell you something. Let me say, you people are going to have to stand up to the judiciary. You're going to have to explain this. Dr. Tufton, uno allow Dunstan to leave Jamaica. Because Dunstan know what is coming in. The permanent secretary Dunstan know what's coming. I don't take time pushing Green. Green don't know nothing. We know that Green don't know anything. We know that Green don't know anything. So that we take Green from out of it. We are talking about Dunstan. So let me tell you something, Tufton. You're not going to get away with these things, you know. So have all your movement. Enjoy the little space of time. Because the change of the guard is going to expose all of you. And as I'm speaking now, please remember that September 3rd as the People's National Party take over the reins of government. We can answer you something, sir. I'm asking you, please, all of you, must stay in waiting to hand over travel documents to the police. If you can't find the nearest police station and have that done, you understand? Nobody giving no problem in terms of trying to want to leave and fly out this and fly out this. Because we know what we are looking at. Several things we are not talking, even although we talk a lot, but there are things that we hold back. And the reason why we hold back, because when we come out and speak to the people, we speak to the people with source, evidence. And because of some of the information, let me tell the people the reason why we don't come out with some of the information. We hold back some of the information because if we come out with some of the information, they will know directly where that information is coming from. And in order to protect those people, we have those information. So what we are looking at, you understand, it is very serious for the Jamaica Labour Party administration. And as we said, we hold back those information for reason of safety for those people. So there is boss and Antoine, some things that we don't have it in. Yeah, man, we have it right around here, man. You understand me? So we have it. And so then we are telling us because of what we know and what we are looking on. Please, when you don't lose the general election, just please try to hand over on the travel documents. That's all I have to do. Now let me get into, you understand, the falsification of this AI that this man is purporting unto the people. Can you imagine? You understand? None of our prime ministers have done before has ever done anything like this. You understand? Terrible. And Jonas is terrible. The worst something ever come through the Caribbean. And people want me now to be politically correct. Oh my God, Mr. Sensation. You cannot be like that. Right? You can't speak against the prime minister like that. You need to respect the office. Some of them, I wouldn't go any at all on that man platform. He has no respect for the prime minister. Does the prime, let me ask you now, no for because I know what you want to say to me. No for you, who would have said that? Does the prime minister have any respect for himself or the office? Let me ask you now. I don't know the talk, oh, I am raw. You understand what I say? Because I know what you want to say. You understand? I know what you want to say. I don't know what the talks, I'm raw, I'm this, I'm that. You understand? And I don't have any form of regards for the prime minister and blah, blah, blah. Let me ask you now a question. Does the prime minister have regards for himself and any respect for his family? And does he have respect for Jamaican people? So then if Andrew Wallace doesn't have any respect for himself, you want me to have respect for Andrew Wallace, me not have none for him. Plain and simple. Because him, Andrew Wallace, supposed to respect the integrity of his office. He's bound to do that. Because he's an elected official that promised the people to deliver service. He has the onus on his shoulder to protect the Jamaican people. And this is what you have done to them. Just imagine, we have a prime minister. They run Ponzi scheme. It is illegal to be in the Ponzi scheme. The prime minister know very well that these situations, these so-called illegal institutions are Ponzi scheme. The prime minister had been into Cash Plus and realized what happened to Cash Plus and investors. Did the prime minister stop? Did the prime minister stop? The prime minister take the money they want to make out of Cash Plus and push it in a whole length. And guess what? When Cash Plus crashed, him and those so-called criminal investors, only them make the money. And then in every destruction of those Cash Plus, the prime minister benefit. And you only say need to come and explain that. Why when Cash Plus crash, only you know when it crash? Why when all it crash, only you know when it crash? Why when SSL a crash, only you know when it's a crash? And why when Cash Plus crash, you benefited millions of dollars? And you tell lie, you know, for your journal, you know. Let me tell you this, Andrew. You tell lie for your journal, you know. Me look on 2 documents now and notice say, you tell lie for your journal, you know, Andrew Honest. Andrew Honest, let me say this. You are telling some lies in your journal. Some lies that you put in your journal is to mislead the investigator, you know. You need to state the true amount you put into Cash Plus and the true amount you get out of Cash Plus. What I am looking on, you get more than that, you know, Andrew. You get more than that out of Cash Plus. When I look on, you get more than that out of all linked. You get more than that out of all linked. And what we are looking on, you get a lot of millions out of SSL. The man will call you Prince Andrew. The man will call you Prince Andrew, which is you, Croskery, who involved with Paul Chen Young in the financial meltdown. And the man that set up your account in St. Lucia. Eh? Why set up your account in a St. Lucia to get money through admin in a St. Lucia? That can't write. Come on. That can't write. And every day when you go on stage, I tell the Prime Minister, it hurt me. Several times you don't know how me feel when me look on you. And the things that you say out of your mouth, it tell me say. You don't have no sympathy at all for Jamaican people and you don't have no conscience, Prime Minister. You don't have not one single conscience. And instead of you submit and speak the truth, you prefer to burn down the Integrity Commission investigators and make them into a criminal. When you are the criminal. This is what you have done. This is what you have done. Misleading Jamaican people. This is very serious in Jamaica. And I look and see some of my brothers and sisters following you. I said it is a crying shame on them. And this is why I know that education is important. It's a crying shame on them. And for those educators who are following Andrew Honest, they are following Andrew Honest because they are eating out of the trap. They are getting the benefits. And you educators would have stood there as it relates to you being an educated person. You know within yourself, say, right? The beef of the matter. Let us convert the situation. If it was Mark Golden into that situation, tell the Jamaican people, to all the educators who they defend Andrew Honest, would you defend Mark Golden the same way? Mark Golden wouldn't stand a chance. Mark Jefferson Golden wouldn't even stand a chance. Because if you see Mark Golden dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, making sure and ensuring that all the statutory declarations certified, making sure that he signed the code of conduct, making sure that he fight to have an Integrity Commission bill and stand to ensure that that bill goes into law, and making sure that he's fighting also for an impeachment bill. And in all of that, what Mark Golden had done, Uno put thorns over his head, Uno give him vinegar to drink the water, and still a crucifying on the campaign stage to say that the sheriff say that Mark Golden doesn't fit to rule the Jamaican people. You don't want wicked down, man. Eh? You don't really want wicked than you people. You know the worst thing to Jamaica hemisphere. The things you have done to hurt Jamaican people. Right? Me sorry for those who have an ear. But because they are so tough, They haven't heard the message. But I tell you, time is coming. Because I'm happy for those who hear and receive the word and look on the evidence and call a spade a spade. Let me move to the next document as it relates to the lie what you are telling. Now let me share this. Right? Now let me make sure, say, you let me just play this. And let me show the people the lie. What can people tell a liar?
Holds a country together, it's easy to overlook something as simple as bridges. Yet, in places like Jamaica, where the landscape is rugged with rivers, hills, and deep valleys, bridges are absolutely essential. They don't just link two sides of a road. They connect communities, economies, and lives. Right now, Jamaica is in the middle of one of the most significant infrastructure overhauls in its recent history, pouring over $100 million into repairing and rebuilding 55 key bridges scattered across the island. This isn't merely about fixing old concrete and steel. It's about enhancing safety, unlocking economic potential, and securing the future for millions of Jamaicans. If you're curious about how this massive investment is reshaping Jamaica's infrastructure, what it means for everyday people, and how it's preparing the island for challenges ahead, then stick with me. And if you want to stay informed on major infrastructure developments and the stories behind them, don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now. To really grasp why this bridge program is so crucial, you need to understand Jamaica's geography. The island is mountainous and dissected by numerous rivers and valleys. During the rainy season, these rivers swell dramatically, turning peaceful streams into fast-flowing torrents that can wash away roads and isolate entire communities. Imagine living somewhere where a simple trip to work, school, or even the hospital can be cut off because the bridge on your route is unsafe or completely damaged. It's not just inconvenient, it can be dangerous and costly. This is where the Accelerated Bridge and Bridge Priority Program comes in. The Jamaican government launched this ambitious project to fix these vulnerable links. By repairing or replacing 55 strategically selected bridges, the program aims to ensure that communities remain connected no matter the weather or circumstance. It's an investment in safety, yes, but also in economic resilience and social well-being. Let's look at the scale and ambition behind the project. Putting aside the dollar amount for a moment, the sheer scope and ambition of this project are truly remarkable. More than $100 million is being invested not merely to patch up worn-out bridges, but to completely overhaul and modernize Jamaica's bridge infrastructure. The overarching goal is to bring these critical structures up to contemporary standards, making them stronger, safer, and far more resilient. This is especially important given the increasing frequency and severity of climate-related challenges, such as flooding and hurricanes, which have taken a growing toll on infrastructure across the island. This investment is a crucial step towards safeguarding communities and improving connectivity nationwide. One of the flagship projects under this massive initiative is the reconstruction of the Troy Bridge, located in St. Mary Parish. This bridge is far more than just a simple crossing. It serves as a vital lifeline for the local economy and community. It supports farmers transporting their produce, encourages tourism by providing reliable access, and is heavily used by daily commuters. The previous bridge was showing its age, struggling to handle rising traffic volumes and vulnerable to damage from harsh weather. Current upgrade replaces it with a sturdier, wider, and more durable structure, thoughtfully designed to serve the community reliably for decades to come. As of early 2025, construction on the Troy Bridge is about halfway complete, a significant milestone that promises enhanced safety.
All right. Let me stop. Let me stop share this, right, and get back to what you have here. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
All right. So that is that. Let me expose him Let me expose him, Andrew Honest. $100 million US spent to upgrade 55 strategic bridges. Now, Andrew Honest, where the $100 million there? Because when I go from here, saying, me I go make Juliet Honest expose you. Right? Me I go make Juliet Honest expose you. Me not go expose you, me I make Juliet Honest expose you. Juliet Honest me I make expose you. Yes. Juliet Honest me make expose you. Let me repeat. 55 strategic bridges, and you put up AI that the Troy Bridge is 50% completed. You know stop telling lie. You know stop telling lie. Eh? And now we have to investigate. Because I'm go Prime Minister Andrew Honest, I go share the clip and show you what your wife saying. 55 strategic bridges as it relates to $100 million US budgeted. But this is what Juliet Honest has said. Remember what Juliet Honest has said. Listen to what Juliet Honest has said, Andrew Honest. Listen to what your wife is saying. Right? Let me video Facebook. Here it is. Okay. Let me just play away what I said. No, hold on. But it's sound, man. Here's a box sound.
To ensure.
All right. Well, on, remember play Batman. Because I want people to hear what my wife is saying. I mean, no melting pot, I go wedge him up, you know. No spring skew, I go deal with them, you know.
3 bridge needed. We promise that we will do 1 bridge a term. First bridge done. Second bridge done. Third bridge loading. We are the only party that will make
what Juliet saying. What Juliet Honest is saying. At 3 bridges, them promise to complete it. 1 bridge a term. And remember, people, how much years make a term? No 5 years. I want to listen to that, you know. What I want to listen is Juliet Honest. I showed a clip previously where Andrew Honest, as it relates to the budget of $100 million US, you know, for 55 strategic bridges, you know. This one I show right now, you know. It's a couple of years ago, you know. But Juliet Honest is saying, you know. I want to listen to Juliet Honest. They speak about 3 bridges, 1 per term, and we only completed 2, you know.
3 bridge needed. We promise that we will do 1 bridge a term. First bridge done. Second bridge done. Third bridge loading.
Aye.
We are the only party
Aye.
that will make Jamaica better, better, better and better. We are going forward. We want prosperity.
Yes.
We want a better Jamaica. We want to ensure that we can live, raise our families, and retire and relax here in peace.
Sure. Let me start with this. Get you that. Right? Get you that. Come back to my stream here. Let me come back to my stream here. Let me tell you something, Jamaica. Anytime Andrew wants to do any project, one of the threats, because it comes with inflation. Because all the money that budgeted, 3/4 of that is going to be missing and utilized in their pocket personally. And you put out an air as it relates to 55 strategic bridges for a total of $100 million US. And I mean, say that, you know. And here is the why. It's coming to pay. Only 3 bridges. JLP promised 1 bridge per term. And then fixed 2 already. So Andrew Warnes wanted money. But get $100 million US for on the 55 strategic bridges. And we have fixed up AI and a sure set. Tri-bridge 50% complete. We should know that like that. Now, we don't look for all them criminal behavior without any delay. Let me slide in the open batsman because bouncers and spinners they will have all that. Why not opening batsman?
No, first we want to correct a segment from the AI for them play. Because we all know it's a tri-bridge in the parish of Chilani, not St. Mary. You understand?
Yes.
And as it relates to Andrew Wallace and in 55 bridge and because that's what the AI is saying. But you're in size 13 and make we know. So I have a 3 bridge. Really them check on 1, 2 out of the way and the third one loading. So a 2 contrasting statement that you understand. But we know a lie them people are lying. Because I was size 13. Yeah? You know, say desperation why she come and talk like that and emphasize. Yeah? Tri-bridge are the first bridge should have done. Because tri-bridge up on the agenda. Long time up for discussion. You understand? But we know where tri-bridge is situated, divide a certain borderline within the political sphere. So, you know, it get neglected over the years. You understand? But this 1 million US, which would equate to 16 billion Jamaican dollars. 16 billion Jamaican dollars. 55 bridges. No man. Then Cornwall Beryllium Hospital, yeah, take 20 billion. I don't understand. Because if you really deal with 55 bridges, you know, a whole heap of engineering structural work that and the money we have to pay them money for doing work. That past 16 billion.
But
So,
we're on the melting pot. We're on the melting pot. You notice what UNI creates. Listen what UNI creates. UNI creates about Mr. Byron. How is it that Andrew Oles picks where is the cutting of ribbons for opening of those bridges? Remember, say him love cut ribbon, him love do ribbon cutting, you know. And what
yeah,
but UNI said that if those bridges were completed, he would have cut ribbon. Go ahead, me don't go let's show what UNI said.
yeah. So that's why we don't lie. We don't just fabricated statement them come out with because election period. Them have to come with something because them people are not work from day one, you know. Them all publish all booklet with it. We say them have 250 achievements in it. Nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing. Because and they have something, you know, in our first 100 years, you know. And not tick off our panelists there. I wonder if that in the publication of the new pamphlet that they put out. And it's just not good for the country. And to let here and I bet it, Andrew Oles with where Andrew go with. So she have to come out and lend her voice to the whole predicament of fear. I mean, if she feel like so when she up there and well, pick up and I go on like nobody I would believe in her she a garbage. Yeah, because remember she style citizen of Jamaica and I say anywhere PNP live, you know. Garbage pile up there. she and her husband are garbage them there to Jamaica. You understand? Even to them own supporters, cause them treat them like dog. That's why I can't believe in my, own terms of critical thinking. Why even the labor right around behind this wealthy family we have them impoverished for how long? You understand? We give them handout.
Exactly.
These people also in this household is well looked after. And they are sitting on billions of dollars in them bank account. So much bank account you can't even count it. But labor right are run behind them, and labor right we have no bank book. Enough of them have no bank book. Them are just belly lick and belly flippers. You understand? Yeah, you can't feel hey, you want to gather them up together. Just make a little thing with some rum and some food. Them run come. And all when time who have put on a presentation that somebody will destroy them last month. Them run out come support the event. These people are no mind of their own. I couldn't follow Andrew or listen to Andrew. Because my eyes show me something different from what Andrew has said. You understand? Some would have learned from my own initiative that Andrew is not to be trusted. He's too light. Size 13 not to be trusted as well. Because we know in the scheme that thing, in the workforce, man always get more in terms of salary than woman. For the little time when Juliet come in politics, Juliet have how much project I run and one of them alone, cost over $800 million. Just one. I remember where that one is situated, she have two close by as well. Plus she have others. Then you want to tell me, say, a little girl from St. Catherine High who, her youthful days was shared amongst her mom in the market. That means the background of the family have no wealth where I go propel she to where she is right now. Or she reach them, or she scale them high there. But me just want to show all these people we have follow around and do all this. Me going to use one simple narrative and show them something where me are coming. Just recently an earthquake struck just off the coast of Russia. And it measured 8.5 on the Richter scale. And Russia was very pleased that it didn't come inland. Because one of the Kremlin would have shaped down. Now me I make Jamaican people know say, you see the damage where Andrew Wall is done to the taxpayers' treasury, it measures more than the 8.5 where the earthquake measure with the 8. It mash up Jamaica financial state. So, and a little simple thing, the man them go on, the man them shake down the entire taxpayers' fund, left the country broke. So them over can't say them do things them can't do it because them not about to do it. Where did the grant come from? The 100 million US. We don't hear nothing about it. Which bank give them the loan? That $100 million US. Remember I know.
Which
IMF everything that they can't use. I have money for nothing. Wait, no intended for you know. So I wish bank lend them. World Bank. We don't know. So Andrew Wallace now just keep us pack up, and just leave the place, Because nobody now fall down for no more and trick and lie. If we just leave the place now, man, and I yield back the floor, I'm getting married right now.
All right, my wonderful Empress Spinks. But let me say this before Spinks come in. Spinks, you have seen the clip as it relates to Andrew Wallace AI talking about 55 strategic bridges, right? That being budgeted for as it relates to $100 million US, right? Budgeted. I mean, remember that Juliet Onus, right, is the Speaker of the House, and Juliet Onus would have privy, you understand, to some information and to go parallel in terms of what Andrew Onus created that AI to do. But here is Juliet Onus. Might be Juliet Onus is speaking the truth, I don't know. But Juliet Onus is going opposite, right? As opposed to go parallel with the so-called narrative, the AI narrative, right? But what say you in terms of the 55 strategic bridges at a cost of $100 million that so-called budgeted for, and Juliet Onus said 3 bridges, a bridge per term, a bridge per term. So you're going to tell me that that this Jamaica Labour Party is saying that okay, they are going to utilize 15 years to just deliver 3 bridges? 15 years? What say you on the matter, Speaks? Let me hear your take on the matter.
Uncle Byron, thank you for asking my opinion on this issue. Let me explain something to you. While you were fixing the technical issues earlier, Melvin Pot and I were just having a conversation. And one of the things I mentioned was that it is obvious Juliet and her husband do not have a conversation about anything at all. Because during the COVID, when they said their children, their sons, took the COVID vaccine, the husband said they took one brand, and the wife said they took another brand. And this is not the first time we have seen them, both of them, come out and give contrary statements to the public. Now, let us go back to the bridge situation. First of all, another correction with Troy Bridge. Troy Bridge had completely collapsed, and it took Mark Golding and Michael Phillips appealing several times. Both of them became advocates before that bridge was even considered. Because let me explain something to you. There are many. That is why when the AI was talking about 55 bridges, I was laughing and shaking my head. Because let us look at the century-old Woodsville Bridge in Hanover, right? Craig Hill Bridge in Portland, St. James Bridge in St. James, bridges in 2013 in Northeast and Northwest St. Elizabeth that were damaged. 2024, Cox Bridge in St. Mary, Ali Bridge, Gross Mount Bridge, and there are several other bridges in Jamaica which are either damaged so badly that they are declared unusable. No, I would like to say, Andrew Owens, as one of the persons in the chat said, where is the ribbon cutting for those bridges?
Exactly.
And I will ask, where is the ground breaking for those bridges?
There you go.
For a diva like Andrew, who loves the spotlight, where are those occasions? We can search high and low on every social media platform, every media house. Where is the groundbreaking? Where's the ribbon cutting? Andrew, you can only fool the people who cannot comprehend what is happening. You can't fool us, you know. And you need to stop insult our intelligence because we are here. When you double down on your life, we are triple down on the truth. And we are hitting the people, and the people know that you are lying. 55 bridges where? That sounds similar to when Bustamante got the money from the former colonials for schools and did not build them. Now, let me ask you the question. Did you get the money to build the bridges and have not built them as yet? Because your wife just outed you. And let us know is only 2 bridges completed so far and the 3rd bridge is loading. But we know you was in prison. So you will not be able to cross that bridge with us when we are crossing that bridge and cutting that ribbon for that 3rd bridge. And Jonas, wake up. out of your slumber of lies. Stop lying to the public. We are not idiots out here. We know the truth. Look how many people in Jamaica know or live near a bridge that they cannot access. You know how many years I've been driving on St. James Bridge in St. James and see that it needs fixing? Andrew, come on, man. Come on, man. I yield the floor, Uncle Byron.
All right, thank you. Now, I am so sorry that, we are going to have to cut it here because our next program is coming up partially, said 2 hours and 40 minutes. Our next program will be coming up. So I'm just going to ask the panel to give their final statement. I want the panel to speak to the electorate. Please speak to the electorate because we are in a crisis moment. We are in a crisis moment. Here you have Andrew as it relates to AI, talking about 55 strategic bridges and showing, you understand, certain bridges are partially completed. Oh my God. You understand? And here you have Juliet when it's the why. Right? Someone said in the chat that one of the reasons why you see that disparity is to the point that they are not really communicating.
Thank you.
That could be true. That could be true. But for them to be putting out AI, right, talking about 55 bridges, strategic bridges, right, that they are working on. And some of them, you understand, 60% completed and so forth, and showing all of these. Come on, man. You're a government. Hey, what sort of example what sort of example this government is setting for the future generation? Are you telling the future generation to go into the politics and lie and misinformation? I cannot be doing that. You understand? Speak the truth, no matter what it costs, man. You understand? And number one, your office demands that. You understand me? I say you're supposed to respect yourself and respect the office. You understand? Why would your wife came out and said, okay, 3 bridges that the Jamaica Labour Party administration intended to build? You understand? And it's a bridge per term. And I mean, say that, You understand? That's why I play a bridge per term. So to me, a term is in total of 5 years. And if it's a bridge per term, are you taking 15 years to deliver 3 bridges? Come on. This is very serious. And then what happened to the money? If you get any money at all, did you get any money? Was that money, you understand, fixing the budget to do that? I don't know. Are you just merely telling lies? And then, if it is so, right, because we're going to need to check that too, If it is so that money allocated, and then as far as we're concerned, Juliet only talk about 3 bridges when you talk about 55. What are we going to do? Something right this. You understand? That needs to be looking into. Right? So if you get money, I don't know if you get it, but if you get money, $100 million US for you to construct 55 strategic bridges, right? And they should be in near completion because we are now in 2025. As according to the AI. So you tell me, Andrew Honest, why Juliet Honest, right, as the Speaker of the House, who should have been privy to that information as it relates to the party narrative, and she is going opposite against the party narrative. That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me. Right? And so then this is something that Juliet Honest actually said. This is not AI. You understand that, sir? This is not AI. When Juliet Honest can come and sue me, say, well, I show a clip which part. He said it is only 3 bridges. You understand? That will be refurbished within 15 years. And I mean, say that. And she said that. That is our actual word. So that needs to be explained. Right? So, Sister Spinks, speak to the electorate for me, right? To show them how important it is to put the X beside the L.
Thank you, Uncle Byron. I would like the electorate to know that the persons who are supporting Horace Chang in Northwest St. James to be aware that his parliamentary attendance has dropped. In 2022, it was 89%. Now in 2025, it is 68%. So he's not attending parliament as he used to. And this man is an elected member of parliament. On July 11th, 2025, himself, Horace Chang, and Andrew Onis promised to spend 67.5 billion on Western Jamaica to improve our water system. But remember, and I will remind you, Northwest St. James voters, that in July 8, 2016, Horace Chang promised that National Water Commission would be privatized, and it's the year 2025, and it's still not be privatized until now. So I would like us to think on these things. If he promised us in 2016 to privatize National Water Commission and it was not done, why would you believe a promise now in 2025 about him improving our water supply in Jamaica or in St. James or in Northwest or in Norwood to be specific as to their presentation? Why would you believe that it's another promise? And remember, they said 2 decades ago pipes were laid. Those pipes were laid by Francis Toro. Why is there no water there? Northwest St. James voters, think of think on these things when you are fighting for water, when you have no water in your pipe to flush your bathroom. Think on these things. And when we think of these bridges, according to Juliet, 2 bridges were built, one is on the way. That is leaving 52 bridges. Andrew, Oldness, according to this information that you put out voluntarily, nobody asked you to volunteer this information to us. You owe us 52 bridges. So, Jamaica, we would like to know where those 52 bridges are. We would like to know where the money for these 52 bridges is. And we would like to know where is that money now. Andrew Onis, as Uncle Byron said, you have many platforms to dispute what we are saying on our platform here. And you have never taken out the time to address anything that we are saying. I have
Exactly.
heard many times our PNP Gen said, Dr. Dayton Campbell call you liar and thief many times, and you cannot bring a lawsuit to him up till this day. Up till this day, Juliet Coolness, you cannot bring a lawsuit to us. None of you over there can bring a lawsuit to us. You see how quick he did not put a lawsuit on Tufton?
Exactly. Exactly.
Why is it none of you over there can respond to us like that?
Come on, lad, man.
It's just lies. And hiding behind your information people over there and hiding behind AI won't help your case, Andrew. Because remember, it is after you put Delroy Chung, whatever his name is, your friend, inside the FID, that your lawyer came out and advised you to drop the case against the IC. Try to remember that information. So after your friend Dennis went in the position, probably went through the files, saw what was there, added to the information that the IC gave your lawyer permission to get from the court to oversee audit report and put information together to build his case, putting all those information to build his case, he look at you and tell you that drop the case. What is that telling you? And if you had a case that you could win, it would be the first thing you say on every platform, because remember, when you were opposition leader and Arthur Williams and Christopher Tufton, and you were in court over those undated and unsigned letters, you were on Smile Jamaica. You were on Smile Jamaica talking about the court case. Why is it your court case is not even mentioned on any platform by any speaker from your side or yourself? Because you know you have nothing to say. And I will say this again, we still need the core report. We need to know the 13 members of parliament on your side. We need to know the councillors. It is too much. It is too much of a burden on us here. Too much. Why you keep hiding information from us? And I yield the floor to you, Uncle Byron.
All right. Sledgehammer, please close us out, because you know, so we have to come back for the next show. Because we have to continue to talk to your brothers and sisters and leave them out. So we have come back. We have come back on our next evening show. So please close us out.
Yeah, but just I'll use one word: meritocracy. Yeah, it's a word that gives people privilege, you know. Yeah. So I'm the one that stood off, you know, show them worthy, you know, and the people trust. The people give him a third term. So, but him not do nothing for merit that. So me just I tell the electorate them say, no, we only can't vote for Andrew Wallace and the JLP. The party not do nothing, anti not do nothing. So now we just put the X beside the L. Yeah, because that now gonna be the saving grace of us. Going forward, the Jamaicans. Yeah, even we in the diaspora, I would like to come on to a more peaceful society, a more, you know, upright society. Yeah, a society where people know have a different perception and view toward life. Yeah, so with Andrew Wallace at the helm, that now go achievable. So we have to make a change. So that is all I have to say right now. Put the X beside the L come September the 3rd, and we out.
All right. So my wonderful people, remember, Mystic Sensation is coming back, right, for the evening hours, right, where we're going to put out some more powerful information. You don't want to miss that class. Trust me, people, you don't want to miss that class. Catch us back later with Melting Pot, Sphinx, and Mystic Sensation. And this time, we are going to be very effective because, of course, we have the technical support that is going to be in studio, so there is no mishap. All right, we are just going to deliver, you understand, some solid information on the next program. So see you later. Bless up. Love you, my Jamaican brothers and sisters. Panel up straight. Salute, blessed. All right. Thank you so much. All right, love that. All right, see you later. Right. So later, travel safe on the ground. Bless up yourself. All right. Melting Pot. Oh, catch you later.
Yes, my brother. Bless.
All right. Blessings.
I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister run the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right start that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.